This is Marcus, and I'm about to hand the camera to Mario, and he is going to be our cameraman. And we're here on the Winlo plantation in a part of the plantation that was underwater the last time we were down near the river. And right here, to my right here, is the biggest tree on the plantation. Here is what, when I was growing up, we always known as the big cypress tree. The big cypress tree, which is this monster bald cypress.
Jojo.
Those of you who saw my videos at the George L. Smith State Park, those cypresses there were the pond cypress for the most part. And this is a bald cypress. And the bald cypresses are usually on rivers. You don't see them along lakes and ponds as much as you do the pond cypress. And these are giant. Some of these are huge trees. And it's belongs to the genus Taxodium. And Taxodium is in the same plant family, the Taxodiaceae, that the giant sequoias and redwood trees are part of as well.
Jojo's going inside.
That's Jojo inside the tree, inside the hollow of the tree. That gives you an idea how huge this tree is. Now,
Be careful, Jojo.
Next to this big cypress tree is another giant. As far as I know, this is the largest oak tree on the property. There might be one bigger, but as far as I know, this is the biggest one. And this is a chestnut oak. It's in the white oak subgenus. The chestnut oaks are. And the leaves look a little bit like a chestnut leaf.
It's beautiful.
So here's what the leaf looks like up close. And the reason the chestnut oak gets its name is that its acorns look like chestnuts. So this is a chestnut oak acorn. And
is it the same as the chestnuts roasting on an open fire? Like songs?
Well, it looks like it, and that's why it's called a chestnut oak. Oh. Now all acorns are bitter. Oh. And so this would be very bitter to eat for a human. Now the acorns in the white oak subgenus are sweeter than the acorns in the red oak subgenus. So these wild animals would like to eat these, but as far as humans are concerned, it would be a bitter thing to eat. Now, we're also right next to the Ogeechee River channel. And we were at a part of the river that when I was growing up, we called this area over here the sucker hole.
The sucker hole. The
sucker hole. And the reason we called it the sucker hole is because we used to...
Because you suck.
No, well, because we used to fish for red horse suckers in here. Now, brush and stuff is falling into our fishing hole, so you can't... It's not a good... Well, maybe it's getting good again. For a while, it was too grown up to be a good fishing hole.
Hold on, you're going on 4 minutes.
I'm definitely taking you in here about the best way. But...
I'm not going through there.
Well, come around this way, it would be better.
You're going...
But up here is this...
I'm trying not to get stuck in the quicksand here, you guys. There's like all kinds of quicksand. I'm over here. Ah! Spider web. How long do you want this video to be?
We take a picture of the river and then we'll be done. And show them the sucker hole. Well, we're actually a little bit upstream from the sucker hole, what used to be a sucker hole. Well, this would be the new sucker hole when we come in here fishing this winter. And across the river is a sandbar that we used to swim on when I was a kid. and the river just was never low enough to go swimming this year.
That tree branch, it looked like a spider. That thing right there.
Oh,
It looked like a huge spider on camera.
well,
But it's not. It's just a tree branch.
well, that's good. Now we do get wood spiders in here, and those things are enormous. But I haven't seen one this year. So anyway, but that is the sandbar where we used to go swimming when I was a kid. And this is Mario looking over.
How come there's no sand over here on this side?
Because we're on the erosion side of the river.
Is that an island?
Well,
it looks kind of like it would.
When the river is high, it would be, because just like over there, when almost I put my hand right on that spider. When you see the river curves around, and that curvature there, it comes back around, and there's a slough crossing the river over there, and when it curves this way, it curves back around the other way to the right, and so there's a slough back behind there. But when when you have that little peninsula thing there, this meander, that's called a meander, it deposits sand on the inside of the meander, and then it erodes the bank on the outside of the meander. So the meander gets wider and wider. The river makes the meander longer, and then eventually what happens is that the river just crosses over and cuts off the meander, and then this loop here becomes an oxbow. And in fact, here's an old oxbow right here. So there's the river channel, and this was an oxbow that once was a meander. And when the river cut through and cut this oxbow off, it became this kind of standing area of standing swamp water. And so this area here is what we call an oxbow. So that's our little discussion on the Ogeechee River. Talk to you later. God bless. This is Cool Man Tool, and this is Mario saying goodbye.